purpose greater than my speech and louder and heavier than my words. Well, my name is Razia, student of second semester from Vitasta College of Law. Today, I speak here not as a student, but as a witness to the world we live in. The world that promises us of dignity but yet often denied. The world where laws are written, define our humanity. Then what kind of humanity do you want to build? The answer is not written in your book. The answer is not written or hidden in any law, or the answer is not written in any courtroom. The answer is you. So let's become the generation that does not just talk about the human rights but fight for them, protects them and lives for them. Because when we defend the rights of others, we defend the future of humanity itself. So to carry this message forward with the clarity and strength, I would now like to invite Ms. Farhana to speak and share her thoughts on the vital subject. Please, Farhana. The Quran goes further. It commands justice, even when it is against one's own self. It protects life so strongly that the killing of one innocent person is equivalent with all the killing of humanity. These teachings leave no space for excuses, no shelter for double standards, or no justification for silence. Yet today, we live in a world where human rights are applied according to convenience. We speak loudly when injustice is distant and remain silent when it is very close to us.
Irrespective of their caste, color, creed, gender, or religion, as these are the rights that belong to all of us from birth. As in a society, human rights play a crucial role. They must ensure that people live with freedom, fairness, respect. In fact, a society, progress cannot, because development is meaningful only when every individual can live with dignity. The idea of human rights.
And today I want to speak about a topic that affects everyone. Human rights in the digital age, focusing on privacy, dignity and online safety. We live in an era where our lives are increasingly lived online through social media, digital payments, virtual classrooms and countless apps. But while technology connects us to the world, it also exposes us to the unprecedented risk that directly threaten our human rights. Consider this. In 2023 alone, the number of people affected by data breaches worldwide exceeded 4.5 billion, nearly half of the global population. Every stolen password, leaked personal photo, or exposed financial
institution celebrating this day or arranging a program on this day. Otherwise, everywhere we have people just silent, just seeing everything but not expressing themselves. Even people, if you invite them to speak on human rights, they remain cautious. कोई और टॉपिक है उस पर बोलेंगे, इस पर नहीं बोलेंगे. ये एक एटीट्यूड पूरी सोसाइटी में हुआ. Now, the program that you organized, we used to have so many such programs in beginning of this century at University of Kashmir, and they also played a tremendous role in sensitizing the society about human rights. One of the programs that we organized in Kashmir University, we used to have a Human Rights Commission over here. Justice Abdul Qadir Pare was chairman of the Human Rights Commission. He was presiding over the function. Students were asked to speak the way you asked students to speak over here. One of the students from Pampur, I remember, on the same day there had happened a custodial killing in Pampur, and the student came straight over here and spoke in such a vehement way, expressing the plight of human rights over here, that Pare Sahab himself was weeping. फंक्शन को प्रोजाइड कर रहे थे, वो रो रहे थे. और फिर cleared as a war criminal by ICC, International Criminal Court. और इंटरनेशनल क्रिमिनल कोर्ट ने क्यों से डिक्लेयर कर दिया, क्योंकि बहुत सारी कम्युनिकेशंस इंटरनेशनल लेवल तक पहुंच गई थी, बिकॉज ऑफ which United Nations asked the ICC to inquire about the abuses of humanitarian law in Gaza. And at the same time, there is a need of understanding the approach of human rights towards approach of Supreme Court towards human rights and the courts in general towards. एक इरा था जिस वक्त सुप्रीम कोर्ट वेरी मच सेंसिटिव रहता था ह्यूमन राइट्स एक एक्टिविस्ट अप्रोच टिल का आइडिया दिया और बहुत सारे केसेस को रेस्पेक्ट किया, लेकिन पंजाब में कश्मीर में जब मैं रिटर्न
That what kind of humanity do we want to build? So if I would ask you this question, that what kind of humanity do you want to build as an individual?
ठीक
If our rights define as humanity.
ठीक
Today's enlightening event on human rights. At the very outset, I express our deep gratitude to former head and dean of Central University of Kashmir, Dr. Sheikh Shaukat, for gracing us with his presence and for sharing with us insightful thoughts on the human rights. A special word of thanks goes to our principal, respected Rakib Zia, and his constant encouragement and support has made this event possible. I also extend my sincere appreciation to all the faculty members and participants for their support. Thank you all. Thank you for listening patiently. Thank you once again.